Hello, my name is Dr. Mark O'Connell. I am a professor at the School of Fashion at Seneca College in Toronto, Canada. This is my presentation, Natural Practices, the Creative and Economic Autonomy Encoded Within Indigenous Dye Processes. Thank you to the organizers of the Natural Dye Northeast Conference 2020 for including my research in this great conference. This research arose from a study of the growth of the political economy of Canadian fashion. When I undertook this research as part of my PhD dissertation, it quickly became apparent that the political economy of First Nations peoples in the pre- or post-colonial contexts were not factored into Canadian fashion history. In general economic history, in the late 1920s, Harold Innis developed the Staples theory, which stated that the growth and development of colonial Canada was shaped by commodities, and documented how successive waves of staple resources defined the growth of the Proto-Canadian economy. However, what was in place in the pre-colonial era was also shaped by the flow of commodities, as sophisticated systems of transactional engagement with various regionally specific commodities were already engaged with by First Nations populations coast to coast. To research this further, I selected an item that possessed both strong sociocultural associations as well as exquisite aesthetic characteristics: the Chilkat blankets. These are produced by the Tlingit, Haida, and Tsimshian First Nations populations of the northwest coast of North America. This presentation is in two parts. The first is this post, which was my original presentation for the conference, which is now a blog post focusing on a research residency I undertook at the American Museum of Natural History in New York, where I closely examined Chilkat regalia. The second part is a series of photo essays from a research residency I undertook in Oaxaca, Mexico, to better understand natural dye processes, and also weaving as a form of collective action that has powerful socio-political imbrications. My methodology is a grounded theory approach of object-based research on the Chilkat regalia, which happened at the American Museum of Natural History in New York, as well as the Royal Ontario Museum in Toronto. And it also included fieldwork conducted in Oaxaca during the winter of 2019, which included an ethnographic observation of master Zapotec weavers and dyers in their ateliers, and artifact observation at the Museo de Textil Oaxaca, as well as a natural dye research residency undertaken to deepen the experiential knowledge of the subject. Research also examined the politics and challenges of producing and marketing within a world marketplace actively engaged in the appropriation and plagiarization of Indigenous artistry. I look forward to meeting you all at the question and answer session on November 5th.